Hello, one and all. My name is Audrey Heartburn, and you're joining us today in the famous SoCal HiCal kitchen, where today we're going to make a recipe from deep in the heart of Texas. This is the cola cake, and we're going to make it with the help of our Wall Udder, which is something I deeply recommend you invest in for all your baking needs. Now, the cola cake from Texas is a cake made with cola in the batter. The only problem is it doesn't usually taste very much like cola, it just tastes like chocolate cake. But we're going to plus that up with some cola extract. So this will be the most cola tasting cola cake you've ever had. And we're gonna dress them up just like little hostess cupcakes, because I'm Audrey Heartburn, your hostess with the mostest. Let's take a look. Step one, we're gonna mix up some dry ingredients. We're gonna start with 1 cup of flour, 1 cup of sugar, and 1/2 teaspoon of kosher salt. And with all of that whisked together, we're just going to go over to our Wall Udder and get us some ice cold cola. And it works just like a regular cow. You just give it a tug and a gentle squeeze, and you have all the cola you could ever want. This is better than your garden variety farm cow in your backyard, because this doesn't just give you milk, it can give you cola, really any beverage that your heart desires. And it truly is the best cola you've ever tasted. Yum! Now, join me at the stove. We're going to add 1 stick of room temperature unsalted butter, and then we're going to add 1 tablespoon cocoa powder. We're going to make sure all that gets melted and nice and whisked together. Then, once this butter is melted and combined with this cocoa, we're going to pour in our farm fresh cola. And we're just going to bring that to a simmer. Now we're going to take our chocolatey cola concoction and pour it right into these dry ingredients and give that a good whisk. With all this nice and mixed together, we're going to go back to our Wall Udder and use our buttermilk teat to get about 1/4 cup of buttermilk into the batter. That looks like about 1/4 cup to me, just a couple more pumps. And we're perfect. Now, mix all that fresh buttermilk into our batter, and we're going to add 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. Then we're just going to lightly beat an egg. Throw that in the batter. And then our extracts. First, some vanilla, about 1 tablespoon, and then our cola extract, our secret ingredient, just about 1/4 teaspoon. Little goes a long way. And mix it all together. Now, because this is our cherry cola cake, we're gonna add some maraschino cherries and some mini marshmallows. Now, this batter will be pretty thin compared to most other cake batters, and these marshmallows are gonna float to the top, but don't worry, you're doing just fine. Now, what we gotta do is grease our cupcake tin with a little bit of Crisco. Just pinch off a bit in a paper towel and just rub this around in all of these cups. Really get in there, get up the side walls. Rub-a-dub-dub, grease in a tub. Now that we got it nice and lubricated, we're going to scoop in our batter, and we're gonna fill these up to about 3/4 of the way full. And now we've just gotta bake it in our preheated Our Place oven. Preheated to 350, then you just crank it, you set it, and forget it. All right, we'll take these out. And while those cool, we're going to put together a chocolate ganache in the same pan we've already used. Don't even have to clean it. We're gonna throw in 4 tablespoons of unsalted butter, a half a tablespoon of cocoa, and a half a teaspoon of kosher salt. We'll put this on the stovetop to get it all nice and melty. And our farm fresh cola. Now, with all this hot and melty, we're going to add in some powdered sugar and a 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla. And we're just gonna mix all this up till it's nice and thick. Now we just need to poke some holes in the tops of our cupcakes. And now we pour some of our chocolate ganache right on top. And once this cools, we'll give it a nice little Hostess swirl. For the icing, we're gonna go back to our milky teat, and this time we're gonna be thinking about heavy cream, because we don't need buttermilk anymore. We need heavy cream, so just close your eyes. Heavy cream, heavy cream, heavy cream. And it's really just that easy. That's why I recommend a Wall Udder for every home in America. That's milk, all right. When you've got your heavy cream, we are going to add 3 tablespoons of softened unsalted butter and 3/4 cups of powdered sugar. And then another secret ingredient, our Luxardo maraschino liqueur. Maraschino, the cherries are maraschino, but the liqueur is maraschino. So say it right, maraschino. People will think that you're wrong, but you and I will know that you're not. Give that all a good mix, get that butter nice and mixed with these other liquidy ingredients, and that might be the prettiest icing I've ever seen. Yeehaw! Now, let's get this all cleaned up. With our cupcakes baked, ganached, we're going to add our little Hostess with the mostest swirl. And if you're like me, you like a glass of milk with your cake. So just rub a tug, and it's all the milk you could ever drink. From your Wall Udder, it never runs out of milk. That's the best thing about it. It never runs out. You'll wish it would run out sometimes, but it never runs out. It never runs out. You'll save so much money on milk. And I made some for all of you. Join us next time on SoCal, HiCal.
But everybody shits on Sunday, and I'm stuck in these East Texas mines. Yes, I'm stuck in these